Hello there and welcome to the channel, and in this video we're going to be talking to you about how to grow the Sempervivum's house leek and how to care for it. Let me show you this one. Look at that absolute beauty. That there is a Sempervivum arachnoideum. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, Lorna was going to take the lead in this video, but she bottled out. So without further ado, let's go on with it. I sure won't sort of butt any of her flipping comments, will it? Okay, well, Lorna's wanted to do a video on the old house leek, common name Sempervivum, because we managed to get a few little rather unusual cuttings.
These are lovely. They're from my mum, and we saw them in our garden, and we said, well, we're leaving with those. Whatever you do, Simon, don't drop them. You can watch this video.
Nothing to see here. And there's a bit of history with the Sempervivums.
Look at that. That's amazing.
Not to be confused, these are commonly called the house leek. Now, nothing to do with leeks, which is allium family. Sempervivums, as Lorna, I know Lorna already knows the answer, but what does Sempervivum mean, Lorna?
Roof-like.
No, Semper is Latin for always.
Oh.
Virens, living.
Always living.
Because they survive very harsh environments. You know, they can be dried up. They can be dried up for 18 months, 2 years, and it, just like a bit of dust or flaky paper, put it in some compost, water it, and it just comes back as though nothing had happened.
Amazing.
So, Sempervivum's house leek. The leek bit's don't to do with alliums. It's to do with the Old English word. I think it's pronounced lek, meaning plant. So house plant. Who knows?
Amazing.
These things get lost in time. Not to be confused with the tree leek from the Canary Islands. Now you can see similarity, and they are
very similar.
well, they're from the same family, Crasulaceae.
Yeah.
These names,
yeah,
from Crasulaceae. So they are distantly related.
Yes.
Which is probably why this is called tree leek. Yeah, this is called house leek.
It is.
But there is some folklore regarding this plant. Actually, Lorna, do you know where these come from? What part of the world?
Norway.
No.
America.
No.
Australia.
No. Are you one last guess?
India.
No. Okay. These are found. Let's say there's about 40 species of Sempervivums, and they're found all the way around the
alpines.
Mediterranean basin.
Really?
Yeah. And the Romans used to plant these on their roofs for two reasons. The first reason is they believed it protected them from lightning.
Ah.
And the second reason, because they believed it protected your home and family from witches. So Lorna, when you're handing these, wear gloves.
Oh, how rude. Took me a while, folks.
Oh, I know. it's hard work sometimes. But, that's married life. You know what I mean, guys.
But we have those on living roofs these days, don't we?
You do. It's sort of gone full circle.
It has gone full circle. Very modern thing, isn't it? Have a living roof, and Sempervivums sort of keep on.
Well, they're perfect because
they are perfect.
Because they're quite happy to sit in the dry for months on end. It really doesn't harm them. They get a bit of rain, they just bounce back. In fact, we did see these growing on the roof at Great Dixter. Not the last time we were there, because I don't remember them being on there, and I would have looked at that. But the previous time they did have Sempervivums growing on one of their barns, which was quite interesting.
Quite handy on outbuildings, aren't they? So,
indeed,
yeah. Okay, so these ones are particularly cool. They just had that red marking, didn't they? And they looked like, when they were fully grown, they looked like they were something from Tremors, with all the teeth in a row lined up.
They looked like
really
a sandworm with like a
they sort of
teeth.
swell, wasn't it? It was just really distinctive.
Unfortunately, we didn't take a picture of the
of course
mature
not.
plant, so we can't show you that.
Just have to tune in next year when they're bigger.
Just trust me, that's going to be amazing.
Yes.
So when you're growing these, full sun. They don't need a lot of watering unless you're putting in some new ones, and they just need a bit of water to get them going, and then once they've rooted, then you can take off the rooting. I wouldn't say you would keep them the same as cacti, but it is similar. They are succulent as such.
Yes.
So full sun, free drain soil. So when we're going to plant it up, we generally do quite a well drained mix. The thing is with mixes, and Lorna will agree with me because she's married to me, is that yes, you can put in a load of grit to make it very sharp drainage, but the thing is, if you don't water it enough, it's still going to be dry.
Yeah.
So you can control it just with your watering as well as using a sharply drained compost. So we'll stop there. We're going to mix up some compost for you. Hold on, I just want to interrupt this broadcast with some important news. If you are finding this video interesting, or at the very least amusing, then consider pressing the like button. That way YouTube can help other people looking for this information to find this video. And if you want to support this video further, you can just by subscribing. It's absolutely free. If you want to find out whenever we publish a new video, then click on that notification bell. Anyway, I'll let old boil butt continue talking. So I've chosen a nice little pot, which will hopefully look quite attractive.
Nice,
coloration will be the same.
Yeah.
Always make sure you've got good drainage hole. I actually put in my own drainage hole because this is just a container.
You picked it up and I said that hasn't got drainage in that pot, and then you proudly showed me where you'd obviously
smashed it.
Listen, that's great though.
So thinking about drainage and any sort of pot, if you've got a big hole like that, you put compost in it and water it, then the compost is going to leak out and make a mess over your patio. So just put in some gravel, and that stops that. It was falling out. Regarding the mix,
okay.
All I need is a multi-purpose compost. I like to use soil-based multi-purpose compost. You can't get the good peat-based compost.
Like John Innes.
Yeah, exactly. In the UK, and they can get it in America. You can't get it here. Oh, Americans. God bless you. So we're going to make our own up. So it's 2/3 multi-purpose compost, 1/3 grit. So I'm just going to mix it up. Don't need much.
Okay.
This is just horticultural potting grit. What makes it horticultural is that it is lime free.
I literally was about to ask you that question. Although of course I should know. There you go, let's have a look.
That's perfect.
Oh, you should do this for a living.
Right, so tap it down a bit. Now usually with these pots I like to give like a good 1/2 inch of a drop from the top of the pot to where the compost is, so that when I water it you get like you can build up a little reservoir of water that slowly sinks down. It's not so important in Sempervivums because you really won't be watering that much, but just as a...
And it's quite nice to have them domed up a bit as well, isn't it?
Indeed. Right.
Technical term now. Right.
Now you can see, this is Sempervivums arachnoides. You can guess what that means. If you can't, it's a spider-like, and that's so cool.
Yeah, they look really cobwebby, don't they?
Because of the webs.
Yeah.
Now this one isn't actually as hardy as the Tectium.
Oh.
I've forgotten the name now.
Come on, honey.
Sempervivums. Tectium. I'm thinking it's Tectium. But you can not as hardy as this one.
Still, I've been growing them for years.
Yeah, you don't get too bad, but you can get a bit of a problem with them. But you can see, you get bits hanging off, something like this. So you could take that. It's even got root on it already.
Yeah, they want to grow, don't they?
Yeah.
They want to.
So I'm not going to take this one off, but
that's what we've done on this one. So it just has some little babies around the edges, and just took those through, and they form all the new plants. Look really good.
And there's no roots on that one, so all we've got to do, according to the RHS, you snip that off, and it just goes on.
Oh really? I just tend to put it in as they are with the root.
I don't think it makes any difference.
I don't think it makes any difference. They've always grown with the root, and it just gives them a little bit more of a head start. I'm not really sure. Look very nice.
And just I've got some fancy grit there, alpine grit.
Is that just to make it look pretty, or is that to hold it in place?
It is to make it look pretty.
Okay. See, I wouldn't have put that on, because what I would have done is wanted it when it got bigger to produce more babies and plantlets around it, and for them to all settle into the soil as it expands out.
Well, you had the opportunity to do this video. I'm going to do it my way.
Wasn't criticism, I'm just saying there's another way. Oh, goodness me.
So all we're going to do now is water that in, and these should grow within 2 to 3 weeks. And there you have it. And if you've got anything that you would like to add...
Oh, Simon, how much did those plants cost you?
These cost me naughty pay. Free of charge. But if you are taking cuttings off of other people's plants, always ask permission first.
Like us.
Oh, we asked permission this time. As always.
He had it in this time.
So, there you go. Yeah, anything that we've missed, add, or you think we've done wrong, put it in the comments. We would love to hear from you. Before we go,
amazing.
I've got one last message from me, from the past. Right, now, just before you go, if you want to see more content, more behind the scenes stuff, and images that I've taken of some weird freaky plants over the years, then you're in luck, because we've created an Instagram page. So you can find the link in our description, you can find the link on our main page, and if I'm clever enough, I might be able to get a link somewhere up there. Anyway, thank you for watching, and if you want to see more YouTube stuff, then check out this video here. That's quite a good one. And if it doesn't float your boat, then another one right there. And enjoy these while I still got the strength, imagination and aptitude to make them. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.